Welcome to your series of hip mobility stretches, especially for you runners. So here we're going to get on all fours. You're going to bring that right knee towards that chest, turn it towards the camera, circle it around, bring that heel to that glute, and circle it back the other way. 5 times on the right side, 5 times on the left side. The goal is to not let your pelvis turn towards the camera or towards the left side when you're working on that left leg. The looser your hips are, the easier that'll be to do. So now we're onto our left leg. You could see in the camera that my pelvis is facing the ground and I'm able to circle my hip clockwise and counterclockwise around in my hip socket. All right, 90-90s. So you're keeping that front foot, the calf, and your thigh or hamstring at a 90-degree angle, same with that back foot. The most important thing here is to keep those feet on the ground. So you could see here I have my hands off the ground, but if you need to, feel free to keep one hand on the ground. Now here I'm extending my hips to really deepen up that stretch when I lift up from the ground and sit back down. Really getting into that posterior pelvic tilt, the opposite of what we do when we sit, guys. Keep doing this until you need. Don't rush it. Whatever works for you, works for you. Next, we're moving on to a lizard's pose. So for all you yogis out there, this is going to be a great hip opener. So right here, I'm pushing my right knee outwards. It's a great hip opener, bringing that left knee up and down to the mat. Extending my right arm to the sky and back down, really feeling that nice stretch in that thoracic spine, is in the mobile part of that spine, which is the only part that should crack. And then I'm switching it to the left side, bringing that left foot outside of that left hand, pushing against that left knee, opening up that left hip, doing the same thing we just did on the right side, on the left side. Tapping that knee to the ground 3 times, and then moving into that thoracic spine stretch, reaching high to the sky and back down to the ground 5 times total. Now here we're just doing our staple hip openers, circling my right leg around clockwise and counterclockwise 3 times each way, and then repeating that same thing on the left-hand side. Now here I'm taking my right calf across that left quad, pushing on that right knee, pulling that left hamstring towards my face. Really feeling that deep stretch in my right hip. And then I'm switching sides, pushing on that left knee, bringing that right hamstring towards my chest or face. And then this one's just to add, I'm doing a body weight squat, keeping this dynamic right here. So the squat is to really feel those hips and everything we just did to mobilize them. Going into a forward fold, bending those knees and extending them to feel that deep hamstring stretch. That muscle that runners are always complaining about. So do this for about 10 to 12 times. Keep the flow going and enjoy.